Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good evening, everyone, or good morning, or good afternoon, or good day to the other side of the world. So, welcome back to Pageant Night Philippines live sessions. You know what, guys? This episode or tonight's episode is really very special. However, yours truly is Francois Diaz once again, your pageant correspondent, and we are live simultaneously on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. Now, guys, if you are new to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the bell notification and follow and like rather our Facebook page for more pageant updates. We are also on Instagram and on TikTok, so please do follow us on all our social media platforms. All right, guys. Whew, I'm really excited for tonight's episode. We just like what I have mentioned earlier, our guest is really very, very special. And whew, now, medyo natatense ako ha. Pasensya na. Now, this episode is being brought to us by Celebrity, a celebration of tea of a lifetime. All right, so I believe that you are very, very excited to meet our guest for tonight. And you know what, guys, our esteemed guest doesn't need doesn't need any introduction actually, because I believe that you know her very, very well, because she was just crowned Binibining Pilipinas Grand International 2021. That was very, very recent. So please do help me then to welcome our guest with a virtual applause, our Binibining Pilipinas Grand International 2021. Oh my God, Samantha Panlilio. Yes, hello Sam. How are
Hi. Hi,
you?
everyone. And hi, Francois. I love your name.
Thank you so much. I also love your name.
Thank you.
Oh my God. I'm really very, very excited for this. You know what? Because, um, well, how many it was just like less than a month, right? Since you got crowned, and that what makes me really,
Yes.
really very excited because ang bango-bango pa from crowning moment.
I'm fresh.
Diba? Really, really very, very fresh. And you know what? I'm really very, very honored tonight and grateful for accepting our invitation to have you
Of
tonight to
course. Of
grace
course.
our page and at the same time our YouTube channel.
Of
How are
course.
you doing?
Very good. And I'm very excited to be here and talk with you more. Yeah, it's just been so amazing ever since
Mhm.
coronation night. And I'm just feeling very blessed and really feeling all the love from you all. So thank you for that.
Hmm. Very, very much welcome, Sam. And welcome to Binibining Pilipinas family. Di ba? Parang,
Yes!
parang kasama talaga sa BPI, di
Go
ba?
lang.
BPCI.
Push mo yan.
'Di ba? Why not? 'Di ba? Claim
Yes.
lang 'yan, 'di ba? Anyways, wow, we have a lot of viewers for tonight. Actually, ang dami-dami nating Suki. Hello, Nicole. Suki natin yan every night. Arvin, hello. And Rodel Suki natin every night yan. Louis J. Basa, hello. I believe you know this. Parang ano mo to, supporter mo. And of course, Sino bang hindi
Siyempre.
nakakakilala kay Hero, 'di ba? The
Mama Sam
ever
ko yan.
supportive, 'di ba?
Opo.
Yes, Hero,
Hi,
thank you so
everyone.
much. Thank you so much for dropping by. And Delmar ba nga, thank you so much. Wow, ang dami-dami, Sam, ha? Parang overwhelmed talaga ako ngayon. Stephen, Ashley, Igoy, thank you. So,
Hey,
Igay,
what's up,
rather.
Stephen?
And from our YouTube, hello, OMG, Sam is so pretty. Yes, she is very
Thank you.
pretty. Parang, alam niyo guys, na starstruck ako ngayon kay Sam kahit na nakikita ko siya during preliminaries in 2020, di ba? Oh my God, halos every event nakikita ko si Sam. Okay, Charlo, hello. Thank you so much. All the way from Olongapo City. Ang daming nating viewers na naman. Sam
Hello,
Blazers,
everyone.
hello. Good evening, everyone. Rain, hello to you, Rain. Thank you, Pageant. Thank you, Mars. Yes, you're always welcome. You know that. Matagal mo ng plano to, di ba? Before, actually, um, yeah, just a trivia, Sam. Actually, para a few days before the coronation night, Hira asked me if we could do this. So I told him,
Oh,
yes, I'm very much honored to have Samantha, of course, to grace our channel, sabi ko sa kanya. Pero parang nakakahiya ako sa kanya kasi nga parang few days before the coronation na nakalock in na kayo nun sa sa Novotel. Sabi ko parang nakakahiyang siya, i-bother pa, 'di ba?
no
Pero
naman.
we'll find ways, sabi naman ni Hira, and eventually this is it.
Yes.
'Di ba? Finally, it materialized, 'di ba? Hello, Brian. Lyndon, ang dami nating ngayon. Yes, hello, Ches Calosa. Okay, and yeah, thank you for loving us, Lyndon. Right? Okay, Sam, hindi kita
Hi,
na-introduce kanina,
Angela.
Sam. Hindi kita
Yes.
na-introduce kanina. So, I think, yeah, we know you as our new queen, as one of our new queens. So what else do we have to know about Sam?
So,
Mm-hmm.
as your new Miss Grand Philippines, I'm very,
Mm-hmm.
very excited. I've already started preparing for Grand, and I'm just so thankful talaga. And, it really suits my personality because if you see from other vlogs, like, yes, I was aiming
Mm-hmm.
for another crown as well. But, when they called me as Miss Grand, I knew that
Mm-hmm.
that is me and I am her. So, just abangan talaga yung mga pasabog ko and preparations for Miss
Mm-hmm.
Grand. I'm so excited to represent the country. I can't even begin to describe how excited I am.
Of course, Sam. From the night that, or from the moment that you got crowned, Sam, all fans or all enthusiasts are all their eyes are already on you, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So very much is parang there are so many things to be expected from you, of course, especially that yung katatapos ng Miss Grand International natin, Grand International Philippines natin ay si Sam Bernardo, na akala ko siya.
Okay lang, okay lang.
Hindi. Kasi Sam lang kasi ang sinabi ni Sir Ray. So, syempre nasanay ako kay Sam Bernardo.
Of
Tapos,
course.
and alaga din ni Hero. And
Yes.
then, sabi ko, na-realize ko, oh my God, new queens pa lang sinasabi ko kaya ang usapan namin ni Sir Ray. So, sabi ko, oh my God, si Sam Panlilio. So, while I was on the way on my, while I was going later to the event, so sabi ko, ginagawa ko yung poster and yun nga, yung mga thumbnail, ganyan. Sabi ko, this is Sam Panlilio. Tapos, and then I chatted Sir Ray. Sabi ko, Sir Ray, clarify ko lang, si Sam Panlilio to, no? Hindi si Sam Bernardo. Nakakahiya,
It's
di ba?
okay. It's okay.
Nakakahiya. But yeah, Sam, prior to joining Binibining Pilipinas, what have you been doing, or what have you what have you been doing, kako na lang?
Sure. So some fun facts about myself is
Mm-hmm.
that, of course, I was born and raised here in the Philippines up until high
Mm-hmm.
school. I played volleyball. I also played for the Philippines for a while in high school, and we used to travel abroad
Oh.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was the outside hitter, so yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I have really good jumps, I think, but to spike the ball. After that, that's when I moved to the US for college in
Mm-hmm.
LA. I was there for 5 years because I took
Mm-hmm.
two degrees. I took business and computer science. So I was a coder. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still a
Wow.
geek. Yes, I
Wow.
know. Yeah, I know Python, Java, all that. I also used to make my own apps and coding
Mm-hmm.
programs. And so after that, I worked in LA for 2 years as a digital account manager. So basically, for like brands like Tinder or Nike, I would handle their marketing and really
Oh
decide which
my
platform
God.
is more beneficial for them, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was in that industry for 2 years. However, I did go home because to help out with the family business. And so, like I've
Mm-hmm.
mentioned a lot, even in Coronation Night, that we are in the
Mm-hmm.
tourism industry. So I work with
Yeah.
closely with my dad and my two older brothers,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully someday my younger sister, but she's still in college. And so,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, working for the family business. And yeah, that's what I was doing right before Bini Bini.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so how did you get into the US for how did you get to study in the US? Do you really have like a scholarship grant? Or did you receive any scholarship grant or did you really apply to study in the US?
Unfortunately, they don't give out any more grants for
Mm-hmm.
international students. So
Uh-uh.
I took an extra year in high school. It's called the International Baccalaureate program in
Uh-uh.
Southville in Las Piñas. That's where I went to high school. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I really applied to go to the U.S. because a lot of my family members also went there. My two older brothers did that. My dad
Oh.
did that as well. So apparently, it's been a family tradition to
Ah,
learn a
okay.
new skill abroad and then bring it back
Mm-hmm.
for the benefit of our family business.
Wow, that's nice. And you're working for your tourism business and
Yeah.
being a computer science graduate, right? Plus
Yes.
business. That's
Yes.
really very perfect for the business.
Yes, I think
Mm-hmm.
that in succeeding years, everyone would need some skill in technology, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's where our economy is heading. So I think that it's a
Mm-hmm.
very beneficial skill, and I would recommend it. Kahit mahirap
Mm.
siya.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
did you really think of that before taking that those courses rather? Did you really think of that for your family business, or it never came to your mind? It never crossed to your mind that it was really for your business.
No, actually, everything that I did was always going to be for the family business.
Oh.
We were raised like that. Even when I
Mm-hmm.
was 5 years old, I would sit into my dad's business meetings now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a very business oriented family, I would say. But I
Mm-hmm.
actually wanted to be a director. I wanted to be a film director and actress. But my dad said it wasn't a very practical course in college. So wala akong choice. Siya nagbabayad eh.
But still, you
Kidding.
can pursue that, diba?
That's very true. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
love getting creative, kasi, and
Mm-hmm.
there's so much to it.
Especially now that you're a beauty queen, so expect more opportunities in the show business.
Yes, but I actually
Mm-hmm.
love more of like directing and editing
Mm-mm.
videos, and I'm so glad that that's something that I can exercise. When we're doing
Mm-mm.
shoots, I really collab with my stylist and my
Ah,
team, so
wow.
pretty fun.
So that means yung mga shoots na pinalabas yung video shoots, even the photo shoots, you were really hands-on to that.
Yes, I was very
Mm-hmm.
vocal about with what I want, but of course with the approval also of my team. So we're very close
Mm-hmm.
knit, and we always agree on the same things. But sometimes, for like the video, sometimes ako nag-edit niyan, yung
Mm-mm.
pasabog there. So sometimes I would ask the videographer for the raw videos, tapos ako na lang sa music and everything. Kasi that's really what I want to put out, diba? And only you know what you want. So ako na lang gagawa.
Di ba? Why not, di ba? At saka yung
Yeah.
self-fulfillment din of
Yes.
what you have done. Kasi nga, kung minsan especially, being a computer science graduate, ganyan. Of course, parang nandun na yung pagiging perfectionist on the details, di ba?
Kind of,
Mm.
yes. Very because if you
Mm,
think about it, coding is like it's also a language in itself, except that there's
mhm,
a logical factor with it. But with
mm,
that logical factor, you can also be very creative because just
mhm,
because your code has one result, there's so many
mm,
different ways that you can put that code together to get the
mm.
same result. Sorry.
Hi, Angelo. Hi, Angelo. Sabi ni Angelo, oh, Janinyo paasa, sabi niya, manood ka na, kumukuda na si bakla.
Jan is naman my Q&A trainer. So shout out to
Oo.
Jan.
Hello,
Kumukuda
Jan.
na ako.
Actually, guys, this is not a Q&A, I mean, it's not a Q&A interview, ha? So, very casual interview lang to, guys. I would suggest, guys, na magtanong kayo something personal about her
Yes.
para makilala natin siya, 'di ba? Yes, hello, Flora Dalupang, all the way from Isabela. Joey, thank you for dropping by
Hi,
once
Joey.
again. Hi, Ivan. Grabe, oh, di ba? Glowing naman ang isang Samantha Alexandra Panlilio. She is very...
Thank you. And thank you to my
Mm-mm.
ring light.
Ay, kahit na walang ring light yan. I tell you guys, kahit walang ring light, ang ganda ni Sam. Promise. All right, Sam, we've already talked so many things about your educational background. Um, if I can remember, Sam, you are very much related to Mirna Panlilio, the very first Binibining Pilipinas winner, right?
Yes.
How was that? Was there any pressure while joining Binibining Pilipinas as well?
You know
Or
what?
have you felt any? Mhm.
Not really, because unfortunately my tita passed away when I was 5 years old. So she was my dad's
Oh.
cousin, and that's how we are related. But something good that came out of joining Beanie is that when they announced the top 40, a lot of Panilios from all over the world reached out. And even after
Mm-hmm.
I won, and it was so nice because now we're trying to connect the dots, how we're all related to
Mm-hmm.
one another. And yeah, it's just been a cool virtual family reunion. But we do plan to
Mm-hmm.
meet in person when the restrictions permit.
Oh, see. So,
Yeah.
nakakatuwa yun, no? Kasi most of the time, kapag ka mga ganyan, kapag ka nasa family kasi I mean, kapag ka, at least,
Legacy.
kamag-anak,
Yeah.
ganyan, kapag ka kamag-anak yung galing ng Binibining Pilipinas, parang there's a lot of pressure talaga sa sumasali eh. 'Di ba? It happened to, well, to a lot. I don't
Wag
want to
na
mention
name
names.
names.
Absolutely. Kinontrol ko. Ayan.
Oh, sino?
Ah, 'di ba? And totoo kasi nga there were actually this a number of beauty queens who joined Binibini Pilipinas even before Aya ganyan. Meron pang mga beauty queens talaga na hindi nanalo sa Binibini Philippines, and eventually kahit twice ata sa Binibini Philippines wasn't able, and she tried rather to cross over to another pageant. Parang nanalo siya doon, ganon. I think so. Pero yun nga, parang may dilemma ata sa mga ganon na sa mga, and ikaw. And dinig ko pa pala, first time mo to.
It's my first
Paano nangyari?
that I
Hmm.
joined because when I moved back,
Oo.
I told myself, "Oh my god, I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna work for my family business." Parang
Mm-mm.
expect ko na like what I'm gonna do. Like there's no excitement there, you know. Plus I'm leaving a life that I built for
Mhm.
7 years there in the U.S. and friends who I now call family. So I really
Mhm.
wanted to get out of my comfort zone, do something fun and something for myself and something that challenges me. So sabi ko, okay,
Mhm.
maybe I'll do Bini Bini. I don't know how that came up, but I think 2019 because they started recruiting and I was still in the US. And I saw the
Mm-mm.
screening. I was like, parang kaya ko to. So I reached out to a few family friends who joined Bini
Mhm.
Bini in the past and also won.
Mm-mm.
And they pushed me to do it. And so I was like, okay, sige, I'll do it. And yeah, I just went for it.
Ang galing, ang galing. There are actually a few parang
First timers.
successful, yeah, there are few successful first timers actually ang nananalo sa Binibining Pilipinas, and one of them is Shamsi Supsup. 'Di ba?
Ah, I
First
didn't
time,
know that.
oo. First
Okay,
timer din
nice.
si Shamsi. And
Oh,
yan, national pageant din yung first
yeah.
time niya. Look at her, di ba? Binibining Filipinas Universe, Miss Universe Philippines rather
I
nung
actually
nung time
saw
na niya.
her in, I know we were in Magandang Buhay, and Shamsi and
Mm,
MJ were guesting first. So while the four of us were
mm,
watching, she's so pretty talaga, Shamsi.
mm. She is, and very sweet.
Mm.
Yes, hello, Dandy Chan. Hi, Dandy, all the way from Cebu. She's actually a Q&A mentor as well.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Mm-mm. She's a good friend of mine. Yan. So, yan. Hi. Magandang future natin sa MGI. Good luck, Miss Sam.
Thank
Ayun na nga,
you.
speaking. Speaking of MGI, Sam.
Yes.
Ayan. So, the Filipino fans or the Filipino pageant enthusiasts have been longing for this for the longest time already. We have never won any um, Grand International Crown. They call it Golden Crown nga, di ba? Kasi
Golden
Golden
Crown.
Crown, oo. It, well, the highest placement that we just had was just first runner up through Nicole and the recently Sam Bernardo. Tapos, ito pa, um, pinoprototype ka kay Clancy. Have you heard of that?
Of course, I've seen all the
Di ba?
MGI editions, and
Di ba?
Elizabeth Plenty killed it. She's
Oo.
amazing. I love
'Di
her.
ba? So
Yes.
pino-prototype ka sa kanya. So, 'di ba, yung parang nakikita kasi nila yung big chances winning the MGI for the first time through you. Ano yung binibigay sa nito na energy?
It gives me a lot of energy. If you only
Mhm.
knew, I'm already preparing for Miss Grand. I'm so excited.
Mhm.
I've talked to my team already about what national costume I want and
Mhm.
what evening gowns I want, what pasabogs I want. Like, I'm
Mhm.
just so excited to really raise our flag, and genuinely I really can't wait to step on that stage and represent the Philippines. But I know I have a long time, and thank gosh that I have the luxury of time to really prepare myself and show
Mhm.
something unique and something different and something that really describes my character in the MGI
Mhm.
stage.
And Ivan is asking na as of the moment, Sam, sabi niya, do you have any vision na po ba for your wardrobe plus prelim and final crown?
Yes, I do, but I can't tell.
So,
So
that's
abangan na
more than
lang,
enough. Oh.
Ivan.
That's more than enough. Diba? At least we
Yes.
know that there is already a preparation that's happening.
Yes.
Diba? And tuloy na tuloy yun this year din, diba?
Yes. Yes.
This year
December.
din.
December.
Oh my God!
Oh my god. Yes.
So today, yeah, today is already August. So how many months preparation na lang? Do
Yes.
you feel any pressure?
You know, when I first won, when I was still
Mm-hmm.
sinking in that I missed Grand, of course I felt pressure. I mean, I'm only human and I do experience these feelings. But you know, now
Mm-hmm.
I'm just excited. Like, it's like stepping on the Bini Bini Pilipinas coronation night stage. I was so
Mm-hmm.
nervous before that, but then I said, you know what, I'm just going to let go, enjoy the moment. And that's what I'm feeling right now. I just want to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, and really maximize my
Mm-hmm.
platform just so that I could really get my advocacies out there and have my voice heard because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Absolutely. Siguro yun nga talaga yung one of the factors, no, para alam mo, para magaan lang, para magaan,
Yeah,
maaliwalas.
it's a
Oo, 'di
positive
ba?
thing. Like, let's make our
Exactly.
quest for the first golden crown positive and full of
Mm-mm.
energy. That's really what I strive for.
Especially one of the pressure dito kasi that yung nangyari kay Sam Bernardo. 20 days preparation and she was able to
Pull
win
it off.
first runner
Yeah.
up, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So ang pressure sa ngayon, you've got months of preparation, 'di ba? So kumusta naman 'yon?
I mean, I think I need it because
Mhm.
Samantha, she's also a good friend of mine. Samantha's a seasoned pageant woman, and she has had a
Mhm.
lot of experience. And so I really do intend to use this time to really work on my pasarela, to
Mhm.
work on the image that I want to put out. And so I think that this is the time period given to me to prepare. It's perfect. And
Mhm.
again, no pressure, just good vibes and good energy and I just want to win it for the Philippines. Let's do it.
Wow! Kaya yan. Mananalo tayo
Yes.
niyan. So,
Yes.
positive, claim it. Diba?
Yes.
Ayun, si Joey Trinidad is asking, Queen Sam, have you already seen your co-candidates on social media? Sino sa tingin mo ang makakalaban mo?
Of course, I see my co-candidates on social media. A lot of them actually congratulated me when I won. And recently, Miss Grand Malaysia just won. So I also, in return, congratulated her. And
Mhm.
you know what? I don't want to compare myself to any of the girls. Just this is also my strategy coming into Binibini. I didn't compare myself to anyone. This pageant is a competition against myself, and
That's right.
again, what I can, how much I can push myself. So,
Mhm.
and also, now that I'm representing the whole Philippines, and same with my other candidates,
Mhm.
co-candidates, we all have our own strategies. We all have our own cultures to share, and
Mhm.
our own goals, and so you really can't compare, talaga.
And most importantly, of course, the story that you could share to
Yes.
everyone, 'di ba?
Yes.
Yun talaga yung genuine story that everyone could actually see in you, 'di ba?
Yes.
And learn. Thank you so much, Joey. And do you personally handpick the designs, or it's the Binibini Pilipinas organizer or the BPCI chooses it for you? From Dandy Jan.
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
Dungy Jan, hi. No, I pick it along with my stylist, Mac Insha. Shout out to Mac. And
Mm-hmm.
we usually, the process is that you also get Bini's tips and advice after
Mm-hmm.
you've already have a presentation before going. Because
Mm-hmm.
syempre, we also need their final approval.
Oo. Alam mo, napakaswerte ng ngayon ng mga beauty queens this day. From the past few years, parang from 2015, during the time of Pia, kasi Pia was already given that freedom na nun to choose. Tapos kasi prior to Pia's reign actually, binibining Pilipinas lahat ang
That's true.
nagpe-prepare, oo.
That's true.
And the designs ng mga gowns ay galing pa sa ibang bansa.
Yes, that's
You know,
true.
kaya you are really very, very lucky this time. Mhm, 'di
Yeah, it's also
ba?
good because we could express ourselves more. And syempre, times have changed also. Because
Mm,
with the pageants before, social media wasn't very relevant in
that's
pageants.
right.
And ngayon, may
Mhm.
UTD every day. So, syempre, it's nice to be able to make some decisions on that too.
Correct. Alright. So, ayan daw, si Oksana daw. Char.
You could guess
Loko-loko
who's
kayo.
Oksana.
Hoksana.
Ah,
Hi, Mac Insia. Ayan. So, ate, what are you looking forward in Thailand?
the food and the friendship for sure. I've
Mm-mm.
never been to Thailand, and I heard obviously they are another big powerhouse when it comes to tourism. So I'd love to have a
Absolutely.
tour there, and see and compare and see what we can learn from them and what they can learn from us.
Yon. So, absolutely, guys. Ay, oo, maganda ang Diyosa natin. Huwag kayo. Ayun. Sam, excuse me. Um, what do you think is that something that you are, or what do you think is that really something in particular that you've learned in Binibining Pilipinas journey, in your Binibining Pilipinas journey, that you can bring it to, or that you can make use of it in Miss Grand International?
So there are two things that I learned during
Mm-hmm.
Binibini. So one, especially that we had the long haul due to the pandemic, I really learned how to take a step back and be grateful and really prioritize who, you know, the people around me, and to give back to them in my own little ways, even if that means, telling them
Mm-hmm.
that I appreciate them more. And I think that is such a very important characteristic, especially when you're
Mm-hmm.
representing the country, because at the end of the day, the sash on you is the Philippines. And I think that to be able to be successful in these pageants, you always have to be grateful for where you are, and to always thank the Filipino people, because you wouldn't be there without them, syempre. And the
Mm-hmm.
other thing that I learned in Binibini is how to put my own eyelashes. Kasi mahirap talaga siya, honestly. But like, that's the one makeup thing that I struggled with. But, I've been taking my makeup lessons, of course. So, glad that I know how to now.
Wait, before binibini ba, wala ka pang idea on how to do well, ganun?
Pageant.
Oo, yung mga, no, I mean the makeup, ganun.
Ano, I used to put on makeup naman before, but iba pa rin pag
Mhm.
pageant makeup, 'di ba? Iba pag
Oo.
plakado.
Oo.
So, yeah,
Actually, yun yung term eh. Kailangan plakado.
plakado.
'Di ba kailangan on point, sabi nila, 'di
Ooh,
ba?
snatched.
So far, ano po yung gusto nyong i-improve sa sarili nyo? Pasarela or Q&A?
Definitely pasarela because for Q&A, I'm very confident because, of course, I have my trainers here, KF, and Jan is also KF in CDO. And
Mm.
as for pasarela, I've noticed that a lot of the winners in MGI have their own signature walk.
Mhm.
And so that's something that I'm working on.
Speaking of signature walk, meron na ba?
Wala pang name. Ayan na naman. Joke. Sabi ko na nga ba. Tatanungin yun eh.
Lagi-laging tinatanong, 'di ba?
Yes.
Nasanay na kasi from
True.
Venus Ra, ganyan, nagkaroon na talaga ng mga
Baka
signature
ano,
walk.
October na lang. Ask me again in October.
'Di ba? And surely malalaman yan during the press presentation. During the
True.
send-off pala, during the send-off. Absolutely
True.
malalaman yan, guys. So,
Yes.
abangan ng send-off ni Sam. 'Di ba? By the way, Sam, kasi ano 'di ba, release si MGI organization ng kanilang statement regarding dun sa you know, sa nangyayari sa government nila. Do
Mm-hmm.
you have any take on that?
Do I have any what?
O what's your take on that rather?
Which statement? Because there are two
Mhm.
statements. Could you clarify which one?
Hmm. Eto sa kanya. So, Samantha, what is your take about now what Uncle being in conflict with the Thai government due to pandemic crisis in Thailand and his experience as a COVID patient?
Well, you know what? I really don't want to get into the politics, especially because I'm not
Yes.
speaking as a citizen of that country.
Mm-mm.
However, I'm just glad that Mr. Nawat is safe and fully recovered from COVID.
Mm-mm.
And yeah. And I
Yes.
and I hope things get better in Thailand as well. In Bangkok, I
Mm-mm.
heard that they have like 15,000 cases a day. So I think the best thing to do is put aside the drama and just pray for Thailand that they will have a speedy and safe recovery, like they prayed for us too when we had a hard time.
Correct. All right. So, tama na yun. Tama na.
Next.
Ayan. W- Ayun. Oy, tapos na tayo dyan. Natanong ko
So
na yan.
October.
First Grand International, sabi niya. I'm
Thank you.
so speechless to our queen. I had a feeling that she'll snatch the first Miss Grand International 2020. Yeah, okay, tapos na po tayo dyan sa tatanong. Saan panalo walk daw? Di
Yes,
ba?
I love that hashtag.
Saan panalo walk? Sabi niya. Ayan. Napanood ko po yung vlog mo, viewing party of MGI 2020 with other binibinis. May na-feel ka ba na ikaw na ang susunod kay San Bernardo during that time?
Super hopeful ako that time. I mean, when you're
Mm-mm.
watching for the first time MGI, especially with your Binibini sisters, syempre na-impress kami dun, diba? So, yeah,
Mm-mm.
I was feeling very hopeful. I was like, wow, I would love to be on that stage. I think I actually said that on the video if you caught that, but
Di
yeah,
ba?
I had a feeling, but I really just wanted to enjoy the moment and not put
Mm-mm.
my expectations so high.
Ayun. Sinong pinaka-close mo sa binibining Pilipinas Queens?
Like from the candidates or like sila the queens. I guess with
Um, o
sila
sa
ma-
mga queens muna. Mhm.
okay, so with the queens,
Mhm.
we're all from different friend groups. Actually, it's funny,
Mm-mm.
but me and Maureen, we hang out with the same group of friends, and
Mhm.
I'm also glad to say that I'm getting really close there in with Hannah, Cindy, Of course,
Mm-mm.
Gabby and Meiji as well. Like, it's a good vibe always between us. And if you
Mm-mm.
guys noticed also, when Hannah was being crowned, my crown was falling, and I was looking at Gabby crying, and she really helped me fix it. So that's
Oh,
really, it just shows true sisterhood as well. And
correct.
just to add on, two of the girls I'm super super close with is also Patricia Garcia of Manila and Bea
Mm-mm.
Marcelo. So, and of course
Mm-mm.
Hazel Ortiz. So I just want to say
Mm-mm.
hi guys, I miss you.
Yeah. Nakaka-miss din sila.
I
Yung nga
mean,
nalungkot ko, oo.
we still talk every day kami ni Pat. So nothing's changed.
Oo. Pero si ano nga, si Hazel, 'di ba? Hindi na siya
Yeah.
nag-pursue, yun nakakalungkot din, 'no?
Yeah, but she's thriving, diba, with her
Oo,
commercials, and she's newly
that's right.
engaged. So congrats, babe.
Ay, engaged na siya.
It's on her Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah.
ayun. From Jonathan Turay. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Ay, ang sipag ni Jonathan Turaray. From where are you, Jonathan Turaray? Any tips you received from Binibini San Bernardo?
I have a funny story about that kasi
Mhm.
I was super stressed before the coronation night and hindi pa
Mm-mm.
tapos yung hair ko. Kasi we had our hair and makeup done at Novotel. It's time na pala. And as in, sabog pa yung hair ko. I had only like two extensions na nakakabit. So I was super
Mhm.
panicking kasi we still had a long rehearsal before coronation mismo. So
Mm-mm.
during the whole time in rehearsals, I was going back and forth to the makeup room. And I didn't even know what I wanted my hair to be because people were saying, oh, dapat mag-straight ka, bagay sa'yo to. And my stylist was like, no, like stick to the brush up. And finally, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the brushed up look. And it was funny because Sam's makeup team was there, hair and makeup team. And I told Sam, I was like, mamaya ka na. Ako muna. Hindi pa tapos hair ko. and so, and so while they were doing that, she was giving me advice. And another pro tip for pageants, if you're gonna put your
Mm-mm.
hair up or you're gonna put it brush up and kita yung ears mo, I usually mighty bond my ears here at the back. Alam mo yan, Francois, I'm sure. Kasi it gives you
Look.
an illusion that you have a more feminine face. And so after my hair was done, I was so happy na buo na ako. And I was like, oh shucks, walang, as in no one had mighty bond. And I looked at Sam, I was like, do you have mighty bond? She's like, ay nako, oh, I have. And so when she brought me to the queen's room, she gave me the mighty bond. I felt like that was her blessing na to me.
Mighty
So
Band talaga.
yeah, so while she was giving me the mighty bond, she was like, oh, babe, basta mag-enjoy ka, kill it's a Q&A, ihatak mo yung hips. As in, she was giving me advice while giving me that mighty
Mm-mm.
bond. So me and Sam kept laughing kasi yun talaga yung blessing niya sa akin right before
Mm-mm.
coronation.
So parang binigyan ka na pala niya ng virtud.
Yeah, through the mighty bond.
Di ba nakakatuwa?
So yeah.
But after the coronation night, have you already met with her?
Of course, we're good
Mm-mm.
friends. So we've had dinner. We had a Beanie Beanie girls going away party because the girls were going back to the
Mhm.
provinces. So yeah, I met with her like 3 times so far, and yeah, she's just been giving me
Mhm.
advice, on
Mhm.
styling and what it's gonna be like and what Mr. Nawat expects of you. So she's been
Mhm.
very helpful, and she will be more helpful down the line. So I'm very glad to have Sam as a good friend more than
Diba?
just a predecessor.
Oo, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Ayan guys ha. Ngayon, nakaka-excite na naman ang ating Miss Grand International na
Yes.
pambato. Oh my God! Our very own Samantha Panlilio, first Miss Grand International, absolutely. Ayan. Hello Sam, number one fan here in Iloilo. Ay, in
Hi!
Kaliwa Clan pala. Oh my God.
Layo
Sorry
ng
na.
Iloilo. Hi, Trisha.
Sorry, Trisha. Namali ako. And Jonathan is from Taytay daw. I can't
Hello.
wait to see Sam, to see you at the Sam in Miss Grand International. Ready na kami sa gowns, walk,
Yes.
etc. Wow! Ano to? Talagang kasama ka sa team, Rice?
All support is welcome.
Di ba? Ayun. Guys, maglaro tayo this time. Kasi I'm really, really into getting to know Sam as well. So, however, may extra pressure ka ba kapag candidate number one ka? O yeah, candidate number one ka.
Yeah. And you
Mhm.
know what? I really wanted to break that stigma that no candidate number one has won a crown yet. 'Di ba? In all the Binibini years, parang first runner up. I don't know. Did someone win na candidate number one?
I can't think of it. Pero hindi
Right?
ko, hindi, wala talaga akong maalala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Kasi
parang
normally kasi ang nananalo nasa middle.
middle part, mga
Oo.
11 to 21, right? So I
Oo,
really wanted to
10,
break that.
ganyan.
I
Oo.
wanted to be the first one. So yay!
Di ba?
But
Ang galing.
at
Mm.
first pressure, kasi syempre when we have interviews and stuff, like they always ask me to come out first. Tapos pagbalik ko sa dressing room, all the girls like, oh, Sam, what did they say? What was the question? Sabi ko, ang daya naman. But no, it's nice to be number one kasi you get it
Mm-mm.
over with, and my personality is very spontaneous. So I'd rather not know what questions are thrown at me or what
Mm-mm.
activity you have in store. So best thing na lang is just to always be prepared.
Diba?
Yeah.
Ayan. Hindi po ba mahirap tanggalin yung na mighty band?
No, actually, you have to let it dry talaga. You can't remove it like after 3 hours. Mga 5 hours upwards, okay na yun. You just scrape it off. Basta don't put it in your hair, so skin to skin lang. And then put, powder on your ear before. Ayan, dami ng pro tip.
Diba?
Yes.
Iba ka talaga, Sam. Iba ka. Diba? We've never heard that from any of the beauty queens, ha? So, yun lang
What?
namin narinig.
Yes, to all my future amazing
Oo.
queens, mighty bang kayo.
Yeah. Freedom Walk daw. Ang daming suggestions ng walk mo, ha? Freedom Walk. She's from Cavite, the place where we had
Philippines.
Philippine independence declared. Yes. Why not
Duly
naman,
noted.
'di ba?
Thank you.
Possible, 'di ba?
Yes.
See you again soon, Queen. Sana matapos itong pandemic para ma-meet mo lahat ng supporters mo. Have you had chance to meet all your supporters?
Yes, I actually had dinner with them last week. So it was just
Mm-hmm.
mga OG Sam Blazers who've really been there talaga since day one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was very nice. But of course, we practiced protocols and social
Oo.
distancing. So we had dinner in Rockwell in Yabu. Sarap. So yeah, it was
Oh.
super nice. And everyone surprised me with so many gifts. I was so touched. I was like, I feel like I should be the one giving you guys gifts. So it was very nice. So shout out to you guys.
Start getting used to it. Oo, start getting used to it. Ganyan talaga ang mga fanate, ang mga pageant enthusiasts kako na lang.
And so
Yeah.
talaga, the best supporters there are
Mm.
talaga in the world. It's wow.
Yes.
Lots of appreciation.
Mm-mm. Wait, pwede po bang mag-ask ulit ng question? Definitely. I'm such a fan of Queen Samantha since day one. Do you still consider, what's this, learning Thai
Learning.
language is an advantage to MGI?
Heck yes, it's an advantage, and we've seen that it worked last year. So I already have a tutor. I think I've mentioned this in a couple of vlogs. I have a Thai tutor, and so I'm not gonna learn the full language per se because 4 months or 5 months is not enough. But I'm gonna learn certain aspects of it that I think will give me an advantage, especially during my Q&A, and not just that, but also during the PR events. So very excited to learn it, and it's such a nice language too.
Diba? But I believe that it's not an advantage. Pero siguro kapag kaganyan, no, parang, well,
I think
siguro
not
nakaka-add din ng nakaka-add din ng parang
it adds some charm
impression,
to you.
parang impression, yeah.
Yes.
Impression and
Kasi-
charm. Oo.
Yes, because you put in the effort also to learn
Oo.
their language, and I'm sure that
Mhm.
most of the people who will be there in the audience watching are also Thai. So I think it would be good to know some words, and yeah.
Kasi parang nagbibigay ka ng impression sa kanila na, wow factor di ba?
Yes.
Oo. Yes, Vicky Rushton in 2018 was number 1 during the time of Catriona. Pero first runner-up siya noon. Pero hindi siya nag-queen kasi So si Sam yung first na queen, I think so as well. Ayan. I hope na sana team nyo ko. Gusto rin nyo makipag-team. Si Rising
Join
pa.
na, Sam Blazers.
Join ka na. Oo. Ayan. Sali ka na. You're very much welcome. Yes, Jonathan. In fairness, isa ka pa talaga sa nag-shine nung prod number. Diba?
thank
Ang galing
you.
sumayaw, diba? Ang galing kumembot.
I really had to, si Princess, si Binibini 9, magaling talaga yon. And she would teach us,
Oo.
all of us, like, backstage, every time we're not doing anything during breaks from
Mhm.
rehearsals, she would teach us again. And syempre, that's the only time I felt pressure in the competition was the broad number. Kasi I had no one in front of me to look at for the moves. Ako lang talaga yun. So, I'm glad you liked it.
Mm. I was there. Baklahin mo sa stage, abangan ang wow, may si Club Twirl daw, yung paikot-ikot, 'di ba?
May
Iba
suggestion na
rin.
pala to.
All right, so before we proceed, guys, talagang gustong-gusto ko talagang makilala ng mabuti si Sam. Sam, have you ever had worn an oversized or undersized pair of shoes?
Yes, at shoots. Because
Talaga?
my feet are small. My feet are size 7, and most of the shoes
Mm.
that my stylist has are like size 8 or 9. So idaya na lang sa angle sa photo.
How does it feel? Pero sa mga stints mo sa Binibini Pilipinas, yung
No,
mga shoes
no.
mo,
No. They
sakto,
give you talaga the
fitting
good
talaga.
size. Syempre,
Mhm.
tayo naman.
Well, why not kapag nung mga pre-pageants pa lang, 'di ba?
True.
Yung mga preliminaries, 'di ba? There could be a tendency
True.
na biglang nawala siya, ganyan, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Sam, have you ever had snack out from home?
No. I just asked my
Talaga?
parents before.
Talaga?
Payag naman sila. So no, I'm too scared. I was a really good girl back then.
Hmm, 'di
So no, I've
ba?
never snuck out, yeah.
Wow, good girl, good girl.
Ganun.
Iba rin, Have you ever had wished to be a boy, Sam?
Yeah, sometimes because I feel like, especially when I have my period, like, yeah, I wish I'm a boy because it hurts. And being a woman has a lot of times where you really feel pain that
Mm-mm.
only women can experience. So, yeah,
Mhm.
I have thought, I thought it would be nice to be a guy because of my menstruation.
Just because of the menstruation.
Yeah,
Just
just a
because of the period, di ba?
yeah, I had to think about that house. Like, oh, yeah.
How about have you ever had a crush on your instructor or professor or even a high school teacher?
Yes. So we had a really guapo soccer coach back in high school. And yeah, I think
Was
everyone
it
had a
here in the
crush.
Philippines?
Yeah, I was here in the Philippines. Super guapo niya. And for me, kasi even when I was younger, type ko talaga yung my beard. I don't know why. I can't date guys if they don't have a beard. For me lang, ha. That's my preference.
Oo.
So
Ay,
he had a nice
talaga.
beard also. So I was like, okay. But I think all the girls in my high school liked him.
Di ba? Have you ever had worn your sister's dress?
No, because she's younger. So,
Malayo,
malayo,
malayo.
6 years kami. So, she always wears my stuff.
Mm.
But maybe now
Kaya,
I can borrow from her.
parehong size na.
Yes.
Parang hindi naman kailangan.
True.
Have you ever had sold any of your pre-loved items, Sam?
Parang no. Usually when I try to do like a closet cleanup week or cleanup
Mm.
day, I do that like twice a year. I love, getting rid of items that I don't use. I usually pass them on to my younger cousins or, give them to a donation drive because there's so much more people who need it rather than
Mm.
trying to make some money out of it, diba?
Oo,
So yeah,
oo, tama.
never really sold. Tsaka you have to be super tiyaga with that, diba? I don't think I have time also for that.
Kasi may business na kayo di
Yeah.
ba?
Yeah, I mean, pwede naman, but.
Well, syempre added time din yun di ba?
Yeah, and with the pageant
Oo.
schedule, syempre, mahirap na. And, if you
Mm.
could give it to a good cause, you might as well.
Oo, di ba? Have you ever had fallen in love with your best friend?
No. Like,
Oh?
I guess my boyfriend now, it was,
Uh-huh.
hindi kami friends first eh. It was more like
Oo.
going towards a relationship na. But, come to think of it, I've never fallen in love with a friend I've never had a friend na naging boyfriend or anything like that.
Oo.
Yeah.
So yung boyfriend mo ngayon ay naging friend mo? Parang ganon.
I mean, what do you mean?
Yung
What?
boyfriend mo siya, pero you are friends. Parang ganon. Yung treatment, ganon.
Yeah, no, boyfriend ko talaga.
Oo.
But he was already courting me. So
Mm-mm.
parang boyfriend, and then we also become you're best friends with your boyfriend, right? Or
Oo,
your
oo.
partners in life. But it was never
Oo.
I've never been in a situation where friends kami muna,
Oo.
yung sobrang
Oo.
platonic, tapos biglang kayo na. I've never been in that situation.
Oo.
Yeah.
Alright. Mapilit kasi ako. Joke lang. Have you ever had eaten any Pinoy street foods like chicken intestine or isaw? Mga ganon.
Oy,
Balot. Mm.
of course, hello, I'm Pinoy. Of course, I'm gonna eat it. There's actually a small stand outside of KF, and alam to ni Tito Rog, I always bring isaw and balot and kwek-kwek for everyone sa training. Galing sa baba, and I'm super
Hmm.
suki na dinadala na lang sa taas yung isaw.
Talaga?
Yeah.
Ay nako, sana makasama ako doon. Ay nako, love na love ko ang isaw.
Yes.
Anyways,
Sarap.
syempre. Have you ever had too much fun at a party, Sam?
Yeah, of course. I mean, when you're young and you're hanging out with friends, you never know
Mm-mm.
when it's time to go home. So yeah, there are times where like I stayed out later than I should have. I mean, I think that's just normal though. So yeah, while
Mm-mm.
you're young, have a fun time with
Mm-mm.
your friends.
Well, it's actually stage of discovery, 'di ba? It's part
Yeah,
of
totally.
discovering things out, 'di ba?
Yeah, and
Yay.
when you're young,
Mm.
you're supposed to have fun. So
True.
I know, with limitations, of course.
Of course, 'di ba?
Yes,
How about have you ever had tried cutting classes?
I have.
Huh?
Don't follow my example. But I only did it once or twice because I had dysmenorrhea, and yeah. Again, to the period issue, I really had bad periods when I was younger.
Doon mo naman naisip, sana naging lalaki na lang ako.
Yes.
'Di ba?
Yeah.
Ayun. Oh, Sam, have you ever had fallen asleep with your gown and shoes on?
Always, always. On the way home from a bini activity, or just anytime I can sleep, I will sleep. Like if I'm getting my nails done, tulog ako. Or when I'm getting my makeup done, sometimes I'm on the makeup chair just like this. And when I wake up, plakado na. So I'm not complaining.
Oh, 'di ba guys?
Yeah.
Akala nyo ganun-ganun maging beauty queen, no?
No, it's really tiring because you barely
'Di
get
ba?
any sleep, and there's so many things on
Mm.
your mind. There's so many things that you have to
Mm.
consider. So
Yeah,
tiring talaga siya.
'di ba? Mahirap talaga maging beauty queen din,
You're like
guys.
an
And of
athlete.
course, actually yan na yung bagong term ata. May bagong term sila ngayon na
Beauty
narinig ko.
athletes.
Beauty athletes.
That's Kylie
Yeah.
Versace's question, I remember.
'Di ba? Nagiging oo. Yun yung bagong terms nila. Kasi parang nagsimula yung beauty athletes sa pro media, I guess.
Ah,
Yun na yung tawag nila sa mga mga beauty queens, mga
I see.
tawag dito, mga talents nila or so like beauty queen trainees nila.
I see.
Beauty athletes na, 'di ba? O,
Taray.
tara, 'di ba? Parang talaga parang tini-train kayo for beauty pageant talaga, ganyan.
True.
Not for anything else but beauty pageant talaga. Ganyan. Boom. Hi Sam, tapos na natin 'to. Tapos na natin 'to. Tapos na po natin 'yan. Queen Sam baklahin mong stage.
Baklain mo sa stage. Noted.
Hmm. 'Di ba? Ayan, sabi nila, hindi patay na po si Madam Maria Mirna Panlilio. Ayun,
I
sabi
know, yeah. She
she was
passed
only
away.
five.
Yeah, it's only 5 when
Mm-mm.
but yeah, I was able to reach out to her kids and their
Mm-mm.
kids, and yeah,
Oo. Ah,
they're very
but
proud.
may I just ask then, kasi there was this a priest who became a politician in Pampanga back then na Panlilio din siya. Do you have any relation in any way with them?
Yes, I think that is
Mhm.
my lolo's cousin, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, see.
Yes. A lot of
So
the
may mga
Panilios are related talaga kasi all Panilios come from
oo.
Mexico, Pampanga.
Ah, si oo, Pampanga kasi siya, eh.
Yes,
That's
yes.
right. Actually, when I heard your your tawag dito, your family name Panlilio, siya ang una kong naisip.
Yes, yes.
Mm. So excited po sa gowns na irarampan ni Queen Sam. And Arvin is asking, story behind your evening gown.
Yes, so me and my stylist Mac, we really
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do something simple and yet would make a great impact. And
Mm-hmm.
he pitched me a few designers in his mind, but when
Mm-hmm.
he said, "What about Ezra Couture?" Kaya I was like, "Oh my god, we have to reach out to Ezra."
Mm-hmm.
And so again, I'm just so thankful that Ezra was able to do the gown and that he let me wear one of his creations, customized for me. So again, thank you, Ezra, for that beautiful, beautiful evening gown. I really did feel so confident, and I just think it was the best representation of myself too. Simple and yet impactful.
Wow, Ezra Couture. That's really very expensive.
No, no, he just made it. No, as um, he just
Talaga?
made it for me, and he let me wear it. Yeah. So that was
Oh,
very nice of him. So thank you so
but
much again.
that's but the Ezra Couture's or Ezra's creations are really very expensive, guys.
Yes. But he's
But but
a
absolutely
really
intricate.
talented.
Mm-mm.
Very, very. And if you
Mm-mm.
see the details of the gown, like, when I first saw it, tapos wala pang ilaw on it,
Mm-mm.
I was like, okay, it's very light. I was expecting a little more, but oh my gosh, when you put a spotlight on it and when you put it on stage, wow, it
Mm-mm.
really shines through.
Iba.
Kasi when he
Mm-mm.
sent it to me from Dubai, it's in a box like this big lang, parang shopping bag lang. Tapos
Oo.
naka-fold pa siya because it's so light. And
Oo.
yeah, but when you put it on a stage, iba talaga. So really props and kudos to Ezra. Thank you again.
Ang galing.
Yeah.
So, ibig sabihin hindi na niya kailangan yung mga press, mga ganyan, no?
Wala, naka-fold siya.
Hmm.
It's in a shopping
Ang
bag.
galing!
Yeah.
Shucks! Di ba? Di ba? So, could you just imagine that, guys? What is your favorite Thank you, Arvin. What is your favorite segment pala during Binibining Ka Pilipinas Coronation Night? Q&A.
um, I think for me, my favorite was the right before the opening number. Because a lot of people who were watching the coronation night live,
Mhm.
the ones who were near the stage, they said that they could hear us beanies cheering on each other. And that was such a cool moment, na parang, okay, guys, like, this is it. Like, kaya natin to. And since I'm number one, I'm looking at the other, si Lois, my number two,
Number
on the
two.
other side of the stage. And we're all like saying, like, kaya yan, like we're all cheering. So that was such a great
Mhm.
moment of camaraderie with the other beanies.
Plus, the first time mo pa lang mag-pageant, I'm sorry, medyo magulo-gulo na ang ano natin,
No, you're
ang
good, you're
topic
good.
natin. Ah, and yan nga, first time mo mag-pageant pala, tapos, excuse me, ganito pa ang nangyari. Parang almost naging virtual siya. Tapos limited yung nag-live nga pero limited yung audience. How was it? Tapos extended yung yung coronation. Like from, alam mo yon, supposedly 2020 siya, naging 2021. Ang haba ng ng pageant na nangyari. How did you prepare for that? Or I mean, what did you do all throughout up until coronation?
I mean, there's really
Mm.
nothing you can do. Wala tayong
Mhm.
choice, There are
Mm.
restrictions, but
Mm.
even though there was a lockdown, I'm quite thankful that I had the time to really get to know myself better because, in all
Mhm.
honesty, if the pageant pushed through with the normal
Mhm.
dates of it being only 3 months, I don't think I would have snatched the crown, nor do I think I would have been mature enough to
Mhm.
snatch one of the titles. And so I just took advantage of the time that we had, locked
Mhm.
in, of course, our houses, and I just tried to discover more about myself and my
Mm.
passions and my advocacies and why I want Beanie Beanie and what is my purpose. And so I'm very thankful for that time that
Mm.
I used. So yeah, those were
Have
my
you never
strategies.
thought of backing out then? Kasi nga syempre
No,
parang ang haba na.
yeah, but no. I mean,
Mm.
like, I don't join something that I want to quit halfway unless I have really
Mm.
personal issues, or not issues, sorry, personal
Priorities.
priorities that come up,
Mm-mm.
and that is totally respectable, of course, to other girls who
Mm-mm.
had that. But for me, if I join something, I want to finish it and I want to see it through, and I'm glad I did.
Mm-mm. Yes, diba? Whew. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Jonathan. Once again, Nika J. Habanil Yubek. Hi, I'm from Science of Banga del Norte. My question is, if you are the national director of BBP, pwede ba sumali ang mga transgender? Thanks, Sam. I love you so much.
Wow.
Mhm.
Um, for me, it's a very political question, but I will answer it. For me, I don't mind it. And I also, of course, respect all genders, and however you want to identify yourself. And so for me, if I were the national director of Binibini Pilipinas, I would say yes. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem. However, I also do believe that everyone should have equal footing. And according to sciences and biological sciences, that um, whoever would want to join, who's a transgender, would have to be in a certain um, route medically to be able to really identify himself as a woman
Mhm.
and experience all things that a woman can experience. And so I think that's only fair that if they are biologically considered a woman already, which I know could take years before doing so.
Yeah, because as of the moment, we have no law that can actually legalize the change of gender. And as of
But
now,
yeah,
that's really very important. That's really very
I yeah.
impossible, di ba? Mm-hmm.
Yes, but I do think that it's also time for change. And the
Mm-hmm.
transgender community, they are a group of smart, talented individuals who
Mm-hmm.
really also, like anyone else, they contribute to our society. And I hope that we
Mm-hmm.
celebrate that more.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that means that they have their own pageants, I hope that we put more
Mm-hmm.
bearing into that and we also
Yes.
appreciate that more and talk about it more because
Mm-hmm.
everyone should be celebrated. Again, gender roles or identity shouldn't matter anymore. It's a
Mm-hmm.
21st century. It's time for a change.
Correct. I definitely agree with you on that. Thank you so much for that, Nika. Now we have a question once again from Daniel Bernardo. Are you going to wear a Thai-inspired wardrobe in your first day arrival from Suvarnabhumi Airport? Sorry, I'm medyo nabubulol ako dyan sa ano. Mm-mm.
That's okay.
Mm-mm.
I think I'm gonna do a Filipino inspired because I'm coming
Mm-mm.
in as the Philippines and we want to come in as that. So I do have some Thai inspired outfits though for the latter days, and depending on the schedule and the activities that they will give us, that's definitely something I'm looking forward to.
Wow. Whew. Yan ha. Heating up ha. Thank you so much, Daniel. Okay, so ayan. Sabi ni Hero, ayan, anong masasabi mo, Sam, sa mga fans mo na magkamukha kayo ni Gazini? Sagot!
Ay nako, you know what? Me and Gazzini recently became friends. Even before coronation night, and I just have to say, she's such a sweet girl. And whoever calls me na gumagazini ako, like I really take that as a compliment because I think she's so pretty and beautiful, like inside
Very.
and out. Now that I've
Mhm,
gotten to know her, and I
mhm,
actually messaged her this morning. Because a lot of my American friends were like, "What does Gazini mean? Is that Tagalog for beautiful?" And so I made
mhm.
cuento to her about that, and she was laughing super hard. So yeah, I mean, I'm super flattered. Thank you guys.
Yeah, she's really beautiful. She's really beautiful.
Yeah,
I,
and she's
I
a
have to
really
agree on that.
she's a really down to earth girl
Mm-mm.
when we hung out. So yeah, hi Gazini. Let's hang out soon.
Loko-loko ka, Hero, ha? Kung ano naman tinatanong mo. Do you listen to K-pop songs?
I actually don't. I'm sorry.
Hmm,
I like more yung
hmm.
mga hip hop songs or
Yeah.
upbeat.
Sumagot si Luigi eh. She's more on OPM songs po, sabi niya. Sabi niya. Oh, kilalang
I'm trying.
kilala.
Kilala yan, no? No, I'm trying to get back into OPM music. And actually, my
Mhm.
favorite song before we knew that the Coronation Night song was
Mm-mm.
Is Bini Bini by Zach. So, yeah.
Mm-mm. Diba? Oops, Arvin Chester is asking, what can you say to our representatives on the Olympics? Or perhaps what's your message for our representatives in the
Oh my
Olympics?
gosh. Yeah,
Mhm,
congratulations, you guys. Thank you so much
mhm,
for raising our flag, for making us so proud. And, I can't wait to support you in any way you can. And again,
mhm.
just thank you so much um, for bringing pride to the Philippines. And I hope to do the same.
Oh my God. Yeah, sana may first gold na tayo,
I
di
know
ba?
everyone keeps calling me Samantha
Congratulations.
Diaz. Isa pa yun. Ang
Di
cute
ba?
talaga ng mga comments.
Di ba? Totoo yan.
Yeah.
Ako din, tinanong nila ako, how are you related to Hailey
Diaz,
Diaz?
yeah.
Sabi ko, hindi ako si Gloria Diaz. Hindi ako related kay Gloria Diaz. Baka sila. Kaloka. Charlo, yes, ako nang sasagot. May boyfriend siya. Charlo. Charlo, baka pagka nakita mo, wag mong agawan kay ano ha, wag mong agawin kay Sam. I tell you, Charlo, wag na wag. A fam. Do you know what a fam is? Hmm,
I just heard that term recently. It
Oo.
means what? What does it mean?
Foreigner. Parang ganun.
Yeah,
Oo.
but I don't know. And again, it doesn't
Mm.
matter
Mm.
if your boyfriend's a fam or not. And like I said, diba,
Mahilig sa beard. Mm.
yeah, and I grew up
Mm.
also. I mean, most of my mature years, so from 17 to
Mm.
22 in the US. So, kasanayan na rin yung humor, maybe. I don't know.
Oo, yun. So, fire! National costume in BBP, dalhin mo na sa Thailand. In fairness, maganda yon.
Yeah,
Para
no,
kang
yung
Diyosa doon, oo.
the
Parang Diyosa
goal.
ka doon. Ang gold. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yes. Shout out to
Mm-mm.
Clevin.
Yes. Hi, City Chai. Wow, you have a fan from Thai.
Hi!
Mm-mm.
Sawadee ka!
Diba? Oh my God, Sam, inaasahan ka na doon.
Ayan na si
Grabe.
Q&A. Tumatalak na ako dyan.
Yes. Hello, Sir Q&A. Ayan. Okay. Wala na kayong tanong, guys. Puro mga comments na to na beautiful ka daw. Ayan.
Thank you,
Mhm.
guys.
So, Sam, parang ang dami na pala nating napag-usapan. Sam, yun nga, speaking of your advocacy, so you've already started your advocacy, di ba? And you've been speaking about your advocacy. Can you tell us more about your advocacy? How did you start with your advocacy and all that?
Sure. So my
Mhm.
advocacy coming into Binibini was building sustainable communities for rural parts of the Philippines. Sorry,
Mhm.
in rural parts of the Philippines. And I chose it because I worked with Habitat for Humanity when I was in high
Mhm.
school. We traveled to different countries like Indonesia, China, and also Zambales, where we built houses for people who don't have basic necessities like food, water, and electricity. And so that really inspired me to keep continuing that sort of advocacy. However, I'm
Mhm.
so glad to say that my advocacy has actually evolved into something that I'm more passionate about, which is agricultural sustainability. And so if you've noticed on my stories or some of my
Mhm.
vlogs on Instagram, I go to Cavite every on the weekends, and I do farming there. I talk to local farmers. They tell me why it's important to have sustainable farming and how much it's doable and how many systems that we live in nowadays in the Philippines or anywhere in the world per se that's not very sustainable. So I just really want to get those causes known more because like we need to preserve the natural resources for our kids
Mhm.
and our future grandchildren. So it's very important.
Mm. Kasi nga 'di ba, most of the houses right now talaga na ginagamit natin is parang mga, um, may mga carbon footprints,
Correct.
'di ba?
Yes.
Oo. So, yun nga, it's really amazing that there are some groups or movements na may ng mga ganyan. And this is very rare actually, Sam. That's really very rare na may mga movements na nag-start up na mag-build ng mga sustainable houses actually.
Yeah, because
Mm-mm.
it's really not the most convenient or the most cost efficient way naman. I
Mm-mm.
mean, in terms of because you need more land to be able
Mm-mm.
to have a more sustainable way of living. And obviously, it's not the easier route because how
Mm-mm.
building sustainable systems might take longer than the usual commercial, ano, businesses. So yeah,
Have you
very
already been working with any sector or group or non-government organization with your advocacy?
the LGU actually in Alfonso Cavite noticed that
Mm-hmm.
I've been going around to the different farms there, and so they offered me a position to help out more local farmers there. But on top of that, along with BDB3, Patricia Garcia, we actually want to build our own sustainable farm in Cavite. So I'm very excited about that because once we do that, I want to also invite kids to come for seminars, for free seminars, just to make them more aware because I think that there's an information gap when it comes to sustainability.
Mm-mm. Ayun. Taga Alfonso ka pala?
No,
Are you from
Ternate.
Alfonso? Ay,
But
Ternate.
Ternate. But I go
Oo.
to Alfonso for farming kasi most of the farmlands are there.
Oo, ng mga, especially ng mga kape. Kape Bravo.
Yes,
Mm.
cacao. Yeah.
'Di
So,
ba? Oo, ang sarap do'n.
yeah.
Alam mo pagka pumupunta ka ng Alfonso, yung amoy pa lang, you know that you're already in Alfonso kapagka naamoy mo yung cacao,
Yes.
kape, ganyan. My
True.
God.
Also, they have a lot of hidden waterfalls there,
Oo.
ha? Like hiking spots.
Yun ang hindi ko pa alam. Basta
Ag-
ang alam ko
Share ko
kapagka
sa'yo.
basta pag pumupunta ako ng Alfonso, ganyan. Kasi malapit sa Tagaytay, right? So,
Yes, yes.
so kapag nandun ka, pag nandun ako nun, pagka napapadaan, ganyan. Alam ko
Wow.
nung nasa
Sino dinadaan
Alfonso.
mo?
Hindi, nung nag-aaral.
Ah,
Sabi niya, Daniel, pwede sa Crazy Rich Asian casteism. Oo, syempre, natural. Yayamanin niya yung alta. Yun yung actually yung term sa kanya, alta. I really like yung pagka-alta ni Sam. Oh, we have a question coming from Lyndon Johnson. Tanong po halimbawa po sa beach, sabi niya. Wala na po pandemic. Paano po maging confident at di daw siya mahihiya kahit chubby siya. Gusto ko magsuot ng swimming trunks ko po. Di ko pa na-try. Nahihiya po ako kasi chubby daw siya at di siya sexy. Wala siyang abs. Ano raw ang advice mo sa kanya? Parang iba naman ang hinihingi mo,
ah.
Lindon.
Lyndon, I mean, just go for it. Who cares? Like, what matters at the end of the day is how you feel about yourself, and don't feel conscious about what people say because also if you're in a beach, like you're not going to see these people tomorrow. You don't know them, so
Oo.
why does it matter? Just go, do your thing, be yourself.
Ayan, may advice si Arvin Chester. Promote the beach resort in Puerto.
Allowed ba?
Loko ka, loko ka. Just be confident. That's right.
True.
That's right, Luigi. Just be confident. And first off, dadagdag natin dyan, love yourself. Diba?
Yes,
The
yes.
very first person to love you is yourself. Diba? Ayun. Ala, may tanong na si Q&A trainer.
Ay, nako dyan. What is it?
There you go. What do you think is the most important in life? Experience, education? I love you, Sam.
I
Mm.
thought we were done na with the trainings. Tapos na BBP, girl. Inaano mo pa ako dito. No, but if I were to have to answer the question, I would definitely say life experience because although for me education is so very important, especially when you're trying to acquire certain positions in your career or certain positions, let's say in a government position, they always look at your educational background. But yeah, at the end of the day, what really matters is what have you done? And what experiences can you share that no one else has experienced, and how can you instill that onto other people as lessons in the future? So I would definitely go with life experiences because again, although education is very important and it really helps you know the direction you want to take in life, it doesn't define who you are, what your experience are, and how much more you could be successful and the actual change that you've done for the community.
See? However, Sam, speaking of Speaking of education, Sam, I have a question for that. Parang I'm actually pulling from that.
Mm-hmm.
Ganun eh. Kasi there is this what we call there is actually a statistics that tells that somehow that tells that many respondents are saying that education is the root cause of poverty in the Philippines. So what's your stand on that? That other than that, no, due to men or due to illiteracy pala, due to illiteracy
Wait, so education is the root
is one
cause?
is the root cause of poverty in the Philippines due to illiteracy
Illiteracy of who?
of people of well the citizens.
But is it education making them more literate?
Yun na nga eh kasi nga daw
I
yung
uh-huh.
no no the reason is that there is there is low quality of education in the Philippines, which makes people illiterate. So that's why
Oh.
they saying that the education in the Philippines is making the is one of the factors of um, a root cause of poverty in the Philippines.
Well, I
Mhm.
believe that any education is better than no education. And, whatever school you go to, if you put in the hard work and you want to go to a better school that you think you would benefit more in the future, then that's something that you can do by doing well in the position that you're in now. So I think that statement might be false for me. So if anyone has comments on, maybe they can explain more what that truly means. Baka naman iba yung translation nila. Like, I would love to know.
Mm-mm.
But I do think
Mm-mm.
education should be prioritized on top of everything, especially for children. No matter where you are, education is education. And if you want to learn more, again, it's all about your own initiative or your parents' initiative to give you extra work, give you extra books. You can buy it in National Bookstore. You can, there's so many drives that you can get it from as well. So if you want to look for
Mm-mm.
education, you can. And if you want more, you can also do that. So depends also on your
Mm-mm.
initiative.
Oo, ayun, guys. So, yeah, that's right kasi no. Um, though kasi sinasabi kasi na ano na education is also could also land you to a better job, 'di ba?
Yes,
But it's
yes.
not always as well the root cause of poverty because yun nga sabi nga it could also be um one factor that could lend you to a better opportunity, 'di ba?
Yes, the whole point of having an educational system is so that we can have a balanced society where we all have play different roles into contributing to it. And education is just important to me, and that's just my personal opinion that it shouldn't. If anything, it prevents poverty
Mm-mm.
because now you can have more opportunities in life.
Mm-mm. So if education is not really the factor of poverty in the Philippines, so in your own opinion, what is the factor of being
Poverty,
of experiencing poverty in the Philippines?
the lack of education is what is the reason
Mm-mm.
for me. Again, I already explained this, but you need
Mm-mm.
education to be able to know what direction in life you're going to. It will help you make decisions in the future and get a job, a stable job. And
Mm-mm.
again, it's up to you. If it's up to your own initiative. If you want to learn more, if you want to pursue dreams that will give you a step up in life, then that's up to you.
Okay, 'di ba? Thank you so much, Sam. Was so proud of being a friend of Sam since after screening in KF. I love you forever. Ayan. Oops, sabi ni Arvin, tanong ni Arvin, what is your message of hope to the pandemic that are facing? Oh, ano na natin yan, nasagot na natin yan,
I
right?
also said that in I also said that in the coronation night, diba? We had to give a
Oo,
message of hope.
oo. Sorry Arvin, tapos na siya. Loko-loko kayo. Uy, huwag niyong hanapin si Peter Villar.
Why? Hindi ko
Mm.
gets.
Si Jules Buba, sabi niya, aka Peter Villar, work ka na ma, sabi niya. Anyway, thank you din po. Ayan na si Lyndon Johnson. Thank you po. Di na ako mahihiya magsuot ng swim trunk. Go ka lang, Johnson. Alright,
Yes. As
Johnny.
Francois said, love yourself and people around you will love you too.
That's right. 'Di ba? Whew! Ala, ang haba na pala ng oras natin. It's already more than 1 hour. My God. So, Sam, just like what I have promised, we're going to do a very, 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 very quick exercise here.
Okay.
Ayan. Sana mag-enjoy ka. Ayan. Oops, nag-upload pa lang siya. Ayan. There you go. Okay na siya. Ay, hmm. Kakaloka lang to. Can you see it now, Sam?
Yes, loading. Oh wow,
Mhm.
may pa-game. Okay.
So we have 6 mystery crowns here. Okay, so each of the crown has a corresponding word or group of words, or it could be in a form of a fast talk. So you can explain it, you can make a comment on a word or a group of words. Okay, and you can give your opinion if so necessary. Okay.
Okay, okay, Tito Boy. Grabe naman. Ano to, prelims?
Oh my God.
Okay, game.
So, sige,
I'm
ganito na lang.
okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, good. So, what's your first pick?
Chapter number 1, lucky
Number
number.
one. Of course. Same-sex marriage. Oh my God, yan pa yung
You
first
know,
pick mo. Mhm.
yes. Well, for me, same-sex marriage should be. I believe that love is love and love conquers
Mhm.
all, and we are supposed to be allowed to love whoever we love. And so I
Mhm.
think that same-sex marriage should be allowed anywhere in the world because we are in the 21st century. We're a progressive world, and I also hope that the Philippines gets there someday.
Mhm. Yes. Anyway, anyway, LGBTQIA plus is also pushing for the Sogi bill. So hopefully
Yes.
they could hopefully LGBTQIA or the community could definitely ano nangyayari. Hopefully the community will be able to receive that, no? Mhm.
Yes, yes, agree.
Mhm.
Number 3.
So number 3, favorite mo rin to or something significant?
Yeah, 13 is my birthday. So 1 and
Kayo.
3 or 13 are my lucky numbers.
All right, outdoors or indoors?
Outdoors, I like to be tan. So, a lot of people here in the Philippines, lagi silang nagko-complain na mainit. Pero honestly, gustong-gusto ko pag mainit and I can feel the sun on my skin. So, yeah, outdoors. I love being outdoors.
Wala sana all.
Yeah, pero mag-SPF kayo ha.
Oo, kasi iba na yung sun
Yes.
ngayon eh.
Yes,
Oo,
yes.
nakaka-wrinkles na yung sun ngayon. At saka
Yes, it is.
nakaka-cause ng tawag dito, ng
Spots.
cancer. Mhm.
Ah, yeah, true,
Cancer.
true, true.
Carcinogenic siya, 'di ba?
Yes.
All right, next item. Next number.
5. Odds
Number
die,
5.
odds.
Ah, something significant.
Wala naman.
Textbook, textbooks or ebooks?
Textbooks, because ebooks, iba pa rin when you can smell the new book, no? Or if it's an
Mhm.
old book, I love smelling books.
'Di ba iba ang scent ng books?
Yeah, and also iba
'Di ba?
yung sense of fulfillment when you finish the book and you can really put it away.
Mm.
Hindi yung parang ebook where you just,
Yeah,
exit the
totoo 'yan.
PDF. Parang it's not
Oo.
as exciting. So yeah,
At saka
textbooks.
yung feeling of lifting every page.
Yes,
'Di ba?
very fulfilling.
Oo. Tapos nakakapagsulat ka on the pages.
True.
'Di ba? Alright.
Yeah,
So
I always
next.
underline. I always used to underline
Oo.
some quotes na
Highlight, 'di ba?
pwede kong gamitin sa binibini. Remember?
Correct. So, 'di ba? Correct. Mhm. Ay! Ano ba 'yan? Sorry.
Okay lang.
Next
Okay, number
number.
two, number two.
Island or mainland?
Hirap. I'm a city girl, but I love the islands. But since we're in lockdown, I
Talaga?
will say islands.
Oo. Talaga?
Yeah, I'm a city girl talaga, but if you put
Mm.
me in, you can leave me in Boracay for months, I'll be fine.
Ay, bongga.
Yeah.
Eh, sabagay gustong-gusto mo kasi naiinitan, eh.
Yes, true. And syempre
Mm.
tourism industry, so I love learning also about new places in the Philippines and it's my goal talaga. Actually, goal ko to last summer, but I want to get my
Mm.
professional diver's license again because I used to have a junior one. So I want to get
Oo.
one again and do diving around the Philippines hopefully soon.
Oo.
Yeah.
So, last two na lang tayo. Which one do you wanna pick first?
Sige, yung annulment number 6.
Hindi ko alam. Hindi ko alam kung nasaan eh. Number 6 ba?
Yeah, 6.
Heels or
Oh,
sneakers?
iba. um, I would say right now sneakers because I'm really enjoying not having
Outfit.
to wear heels all the time. You know, at least my feet can rest. Nakapag pedicure na ako, so kalma lang muna. And then we're gonna go back to the heels.
Ayan na, last na. Ay, saan? Ano ba bang number na hindi natin nabuksan?
Parang 4, 4.
4 ba? Ba't textbook
Ah,
ang lumabas?
parang nag-change
Ayun.
yan.
Ba't nag-change?
Annulment or divorce, they kind of all have the same ultimate goal, but from what I see also from living in the US, I think maybe divorce because it's easier. I know annulment has a lot of strings attached, between two people. So I would say divorce because if anyone wants to be able to legally separate themselves from someone, then I think that it should also be their basic right.
Mm, I think there's something that people don't know about divorce.
What? What is
Sige.
it?
No, actually, yeah, because there's really big difference between annulment and divorce.
Mm-hmm.
When we speak of annulment, it's basically nullifying of marriage. That's invalidating the marriage. That there's no marriage that
It
ever
never happened,
happened
right? Yeah.
from the beginning. Yeah. While in divorce, from its definition, it's dissolution of marriage. So meaning, it only dissolves, but the marriage still there. They're still bonded by the divorce by principle because it was only dissolved.
Yeah.
Did you get my
But
point? So,
I got your point.
mhm,
But for me, I chose divorce just because
mhm,
I think that when a person wants to separate with another person, I do know
mhm,
that the process of annulment takes
mhm,
forever, and
mhm,
there's so many
mhm,
papers that you have to deal with and heartbreaks,
mhm,
of course. But I think for divorce, I think I'm just basing it on the process, huh? I think
mhm.
that I know it's easier for people and they can just finally move on, right?
Yeah, I think this is the problem that we are seeing in annulment, basically because the party are not cooperating with each other.
Mm-hmm.
That would really take time to annul the marriage due to the cooperation of each party. So, if one party is not really cooperating, so definitely it will take time. However, if the party really cooperate with the process of annulment, it will definitely won't take forever.
Ah, okay.
I
Okay.
swear.
Yeah. Well, for me, just so
Mm,
people know, either way, I don't
mm,
believe in divorce or annulment.
mm,
For me, it's like
Oo.
when I find that person and I marry that one person, that's
Mm,
that's forever for me. So, just
mm.
FYI.
Yeah.
I hope I
No.
never get to. I hope I never
Mhm,
get to a point to these two
mhm.
words here, and I hope no one does.
Oo. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
it's
And
heartbreaking.
I think yun kasi yung ano eh, yun kasi yung misconception on divorce and annulment. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's the most people know about it. So I'm just sharing my a little knowledge about the two.
Wow, Lil.
No, because in the Philippines, kasi we have legal separation.
Yes,
So
yes.
if you really want to separate or to get separated with your partner or with your partner, no, you can definitely legally get separated.
Mm-hmm.
However, in legal separation in the Philippines, kasi you are not allowed to get married because you are only separated, and you're allowed not to you are permitted not to stay in one roof,
Yeah,
'di ba? So you're still co-parenting with your child, with your children per se. While in divorce, yun lang yung difference sa divorce kasi para siyang legal separation sa Philippines. However, may icing on top that you can
yeah.
tawag
Remarry.
dito, remarry. Oo.
True.
Yun kaya gusto nila yun. So it's a play of ano lang, it's a play of
Yeah.
words lang ang nangyari.
And walang
Mm-mm.
limit ang pag-ibig, di ba?
That's right. Diba? Sabi nga ng isang philosopher, love until no, it's not a philosopher pala. Um
Poet?
it's a saint actually who once mentioned na sabi niya, love until it get hurts. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
Yun daw yung true love kasi. So, magmahal lang ng magmahal.
Yes.
Ah, thank you rin po, ma'am. Samantha, how old na po kayo? Uy, that's the worst question that you could ever ask to a lady.
Yeah. No, it's okay because they were talking about pageants. I'm 25, and by the time MGI happens, I'm still gonna be 25.
No, yun kasi yung diba? Common knowledge yun na
Oo, pag
the
past
worst
30 ka na. Pag past 30 ka na. Pero pag alam mo na 20s pa siya, parang okay lang. It's fine.
That's a common knowledge kasi sa Pilipinas. No? You should never ask a
For a
lady,
woman's age.
oo, a lady's age. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much, guys, for staying with us for more than 1 hour and 30 minutes. Thank you so much. And I can't really thank you enough, Sam. And yun pala, thank you sa tawag dito, sa pakikipaglaro mo sa amin. Thank you for
Of course,
I
I
hope you
enjoyed
I hope you
it.
had fun.
Yes, and I've learned something new today too. So thank you so much, Francois, for having me. I really enjoyed my time here at Pageant Math.
Mm. Thank you so much at kinikilig pa rin ako hanggang ngayon for having you, 'di ba? Someone grand, yeah. And ito pala trivia, guys. Sam Panlilio is the third Samantha in Binibining Pilipinas with similar crown since 2018, right?
19.
At 2019 pala. Samantha Lo, and then Samantha Bernardo, eventually Samantha Panlilio.
And we all
Diba?
have the last name that ends with O. Stamp O
Oo!
ang requirement, hindi lang Sam.
Iba.
Yes.
Grabe. Samantha, dalawa ba pangalan ni Samantha Bernardo?
Samantha May.
Samantha May Bernardo.
Samantha
Samantha
Ashley.
Ashley Law. Tapos ikaw
Samantha
naman, Samantha
Alexandra.
Alexandra. Tignan dalawa din ang pangalan.
Yeah.
Grabe.
The nerd. Dami palang
Iba.
requirements sa name.
Halimbawa po nakasakay po kayo sa bangka, isa lang po ang life vessel ninyo. Sino po ililigtas nyo? Tita nyo or lola nyo halos same age?
Ano ba? I think I'll give it to both of them. They can hold it. I can swim naman. So, yeah.
Di ba? Totoo. Ano ba naman yung sinabi niya? Life vessel naman yung sinabi. Oh, they can share naman nakahan.
Yeah.
Mali. May
Nakaspread naman
kulang
siya.
ka. May kulang ka.
Ano to? Titanic?
Diba? May kulang ka. Ayun. Yes, Arvin, Lo, Panlilio, and Bernardo, di ba? Yes, guys, once again, thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank
Sam.
you.
I really do hope na you really enjoyed your time with us, and
I did.
we are very, very grateful and very, very, very much honored to have you here gracing our page, Pageant of Philippines, and of course our channel. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you so much to Binibining Pilipinas, Charities Inc. O, diba? Kinumpleto ko, BPCI. Thank you so much, BPCI. Thank you, Sir Ines. Thank you, Sir Hines pala. And thank you, Sir Ray and Leroy. Thank you so much, guys. I love you all. Sana, ano ba? Ano na bang next na event ng Binibini?
Break muna. International
sino ba
pageant.
yung, sino bang unang,
It's
masisend?
Cindy, Miss Intercon. So, kain-kaya yan.
Kailan?
I think she's leaving October. I'm not too sure with the dates. But I know Cindy and Marie mauuna sa amin.
Mm. And then, si, si Hannah will be December din, di ba?
No dates given yet by the pageant. But same with me naman. But I think Mr. Nawat announced the December date a couple months ago. But of course, wala pang
Mm.
confirmation.
Then si Maureen,
I think also end of October.
end of
Somewhere
October,
there.
November siya eh.
Yes,
Normally
yes.
kasi yun yung time ng
Miss
ng Globe.
Globe.
Parang hindi ko alam kung parang traditional sa kanila yung end of October and first to second week of October. Parang ganun lagi
Yes.
sa kanila.
Yeah.
Before ending, introduce Sam P. Philippines.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Samantha Panlilio, Miss Grand Philippines. Pinapractice ko pa.
Dagdag mo na yung 25. Samantha Panlilio, 25 Philippines. Ganon.
Parang wala silang age sa MGI. They just say
Talaga pa?
name and country. Pero, di ba yung mga introduction mo, may ganon,
Oo,
may
may ganun ka.
ganon. So, I'm still trying to figure out what my move will be.
May isang boy abunda sa online, oo. Sabi, complete the statement.
I'm Samantha Panlilio, and I am your first Miss Grand Philippines 2021, and I'm going to bring back the Golden Crown.
Diba? Claim it. Claim it.
Yes.
Diba? Diba? Sabi nga nila, law of attraction yun.
Yes, true.
Mm-mm. Yun. Yes, Chosa. How could I end this? But yun na nga lang siguro. Thank you so much, Sam. And thank you to all our viewers. So, it's been really it's been really a blessing and great night for everyone to have you graced our page. Just paulit-ulit kong sinasabing gracing our page, no? But really, I can't um I can't get tired of saying that because this is really such a blessing for us and one of a kind opportunity. So thank you so much, Sam, and we wish you all the best. You definitely expect our support on your
Oh,
journey
thank
to
you.
Miss Grand International. You expect mo na yan. So
Thank you, Francois. I super
for
appreciate the opportunity also to speak with you and play some games also. Very fun. I enjoyed myself, truly.
may pahabol your message to Sir Nawat before you end.
Yes, Mr. Nawat, again, I'm so happy and grateful that you are okay and that you survived. And I really can't wait to meet you and connect with you and learn more about your culture and share more about the Philippines with you as well.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. And once again, if you have not liked yet our page or follow our page, please do follow and like our page. And also subscribe and click the bell notification of our YouTube channel. Follow us on all other social media platforms, IG, TikTok. We are just new on TikTok, so please do support us as well, guys. As how much you support our YouTube channel and of course our Facebook page. So see you all tomorrow night once again at 8 p.m. Hindi na ako malilate bukas. See you once again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. with another exciting guest to get to know once again, guys. So I hope to see you all and continue to support our page. So good night and God bless you all.
Bye, everyone. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you,
We love you
Francois.
all. Thank you so much, guys.